Alright, I'm on Baseball Max by Strat-O-Matic, and I'm playing the 77 Yankees season. Right now, I am about in the second week of the season. The Yankees are playing the Blue Jays. See, the Yankees are a half game behind Boston. Baltimore's right behind them. White Sox in the West, leading Minnesota, California, and KC. Phillies on top in the NL East, but everyone's kind of bunched up. And San Diego's off to a fast start, 9-2. Dodgers are 7-3 since he's under 500 to start. So we're going to play Yankees Toronto, and let's get this game started. And here are the lineups. You see the Yankees hitting pretty well to start the season, but they've been getting good pitching. A little bit of bullpen trouble. Dick Tidrow's been a little shaky, but obviously the Blue Jays are a pretty weak team, so we'll see what happens. We got Patterson started. This is going to be his first start of the year against Garvin. So this is not a high-end matchup pitcher-wise, so we'll see how that plays out. We've got Garcia leading off against Patterson, and we are ready to go. Defense is set, and we are off. And looks like chance of a single. We're going to get a split reading, and that's a ground out. So Garcia is out. Nettles to Piniella playing first today. That's going to be Pinella's first start at first this year. We got Jim Mason, the ex-Yankee, playing here against Patterson, and that's going to be a walk. So Mason's on. He can't run, but with one out in the first, we will still hold him to make the double play a little bit easier. Bob Baylor up, righty versus righty. Baylor looks like he's off to a pretty good start this year. And we got a wild pitch, sends Mason to second. And run on second, one out. Early on was going to pitch to Baylor. And that's going to be an X reading, and it's a base hit. So Piniella could not get it at first, and when the Blue Jays off to an early 1-0 lead, we get Ron Fairley up. And that's going to be a fly ball X reading and a fly out to Paul Blair. In right, 2 out, runner still at first for Doug Alt. And we're going to see if the runner gets a lead, and he's attempting the steal. And we are going to throw. It's going to be almost 50-50, looks like. 1-11 safe, 12-20 out, and the split reading is safe. So things going the Blue Jays' way to start this game. They get a runner in scoring position with 2 out, and we're still pitching to Alt. Not someone to be overly afraid of, so we're definitely pitching to him, but he gets his good column, and this is going to be a split reading with a small chance of a home run, and he gets it. A 2-run home run for Doug Alt, and it is 3-0 Blue Jays early, so the Yankees are going to have to try and come back, but they have all game. Otto Velez. And we said this was not a pitching matchup, so we could get some runs in this game. And here's an error. Roy White in left, and that's a 2-base error. And that brings up Woods. And the Yankees having trouble getting out of the first, but that should do it. There's a strikeout. And 3 for the Blue Jays in the top of the first. And Mickey Rivers is going to lead off against Jerry Garvin. Mick the Quick, gonna swing away, and this is a split reading. Chance of a homer, 1-5, and no good, 19. So that's going to be a fly out to left. Bob Baylor puts it away. 1 out for switch hitting Roy White. He's gonna be batting righty against the lefty Garvin, and it looks like a fly ball to center. Woods puts it away, 2 out. Nobody on, bottom 1, Jays lead 3-0, and the captain, Thurman Munson, will bat. And that looks like it's going to be a line out to short. Jim Mason, the ex-Yankee, puts it away, and Blue Jays lead 3-0, top 2. Dave McKay leading off against Gil Patterson. And we have a split reading. Single 1, line out 2-20. And the odds favor the line out. And that's what it's going to be, a line out to Willie Randolph at second. 1 out. Nobody on. And Alan Ashby. 2-5 is going to be a strikeout for Patterson. 2 out. Patterson is a 5-inning starter, so we'll keep that in mind. Looks like we're going to be in the bullpen for sure at some point in this game for the Yankees. Garcia, again, top of the order, fly out, and Patterson settles down, holds him, and it's 3-0 bottom 2. And that'll be Jimmy Wynn leading off against Jerry Garvin. And that looks like an X reading, and it's a base hit for Jim Wynn. So that's a runner on first, down 3. Pinella's going to swing. And let's see what happens here. We get a 1-10, and that looks good. Oh, no, that's out. That's a fly out. I thought that was going to be over here, but missed the singles. So runner on first, 1 out for Nettles. And lefty looking for Nettles to find some power here, and that's no good. That's a force out. Slow runner Nettles will now be on first, 2 out, and it's up to Willie to try and keep this going, and that is a fly out. So 2 innings in the books. Yanks trail 3-0, and it's going to be Jim Mason leading off against Gil Patterson. And that's going to be a pop out to first. Lou Piniella playing first, puts it away. Chambliss on the bench today. Bob Baylor. And there's a split reading. Better than average chance for a single, but it comes up line out 19. And that was Nettles putting it away to Gold Glover. And it is 2 out. Nobody on for Ron Fairley. And that is another split reading. Again, a little bit better than average chance at a single, and it is a single this time. Fairley will reach first with 2 outs. A very slow runner. He will not be held on. And Doug Alt will swing against Patterson. And that is a fly ball to right. And Paul Blair, great fielder, puts it away. And we go bottom 3, and Blair will lead it off against Jerry Garvin. This is Blair's first start as far as I can remember. And there's another X reading, and it's going to be a base hit. Base hit to center for Paul Blair. Blair has some speed, but down 3-0. We are going to stay at first. Bucky's up again, down 3. We're going to just swing and try and get a couple of hits put together here. And this is a possible home run for Bucky, 1-7. And there it goes. Is Bucky going deep? And the Yankees are right back in the game. Bucky Dent, 3-2. And everyone remembers Bucky's home run in the 78 playoff game. Again, well, it wasn't really a playoff game. It was actually just the 163rd game of the season against the Red Sox because they finished tied. Mickey Rivers leads it off. Bucky hit that big 3-run homer in that game. We got another split reading from Mickey, 1-5 for a base hit, but no good. So Mickey lines to second. There is 1 out. Yankees get back into it with 2 on the Bucky home run, and they're looking to get someone on, get something going. Roy White. And that is a ballpark effect, so there's a chance for a hit here. This is a ballpark effect, but it's still going to be an out. Normally that would be a pop out, but it was a ballpark effect, and we have 2 out, nobody on for Thurman Munson. And Thurm is going to single. So a base hit for Thurman. Again, that was a ballpark effect single, it looks like. And Jim Wynn is up 2 outs, runner on first. He's got pop. Thurman's not going anywhere, so Jim Wynn's going to swing, and it's another X reading and a fly out. So Yanks get back in. So it's a 3-2 game, top 4. And Patterson's going to face Velez, try and keep the Blue Jays at 3. Give the Yankees another chance to tie this game up. And there's a fly out to Mickey in center. 1 out. Woods will bat. And Woods grounds out, it looks like, to Bucky. At short, 2 outs, nobody on. And Dave McKay will bat. McKay not hitting too much to start the season, 175. And he grounds out. That will not help his average. So 1, 2, 3, we go bottom 4. Yanks fresh back into this game off the 2-run homer by Dent last inning. We'll have Piniella leading off. Sweet Lou. And another X reading and a ground out for Lou. Piniella retired, 1 out, nobody on. Bottom, towards the bottom of the order. Nettles facing a lefty. Obviously, he had a little bit more luck against righties in his career, but there's a double for Nettles. That against a righty might be a home run. I know he has a bunch of homers there on those low 1 numbers. So Nettles on second, 1 out. Willie will swing. We already have him in scoring position. Looking for a big hit. And we got a split reading. Single 1 to 16, but he gets a 17. Oh, bad luck for the Yankees there. That was very close to being a base hit. But the odds go against the Yankees there, and Paul Blair will try and drive this run in from second with 2 out. They need a big clutch 2-out hit, and this is not going to be it. It doesn't look like it's a flyout, so the game stays 3-2 through 4. We're moving right along. This is Patterson's 5th inning, and we'll have Ashby leading it off, and that looks like a ground out to Piniella at first. 1 out. After that 3-run first, Patterson has settled down. We get the top of the order, Garcia, and he's 0 for 2. And that looks like a strikeout. So it's 2 outs, nobody on for Jim Mason, who was not a great hitter, and he's batting under 200 here to start the season. But that looks like, nope, it's a strikeout. He was in the right column for Mason, but he still found a way to strike out. So again, 1, 2, 3, and the Blue Jays giving the Yankees chances here. It's 3-2, bottom 5. Bucky, responsible for the 2 runs in the 3rd with a home run, is up. He didn't hit too many, but he hit one today, and there's a line out, it looks like, to Mason again at short. So Dent, the shortstop, lines out to shortstop, and Mickey with 1 out will try and get something going for the Yankees. He did that often in his career for the Yankees, and he does it again with a base hit. Now we got a runner on first, 1 out. White is up. Garvin is -8 hold. 1 out, runner on first. We're going to let White swing the bat. 4-6, that's a force out, it looks like. So now White is on second. White also can run. Thurman's up, but with 2 outs, let's see if we can get a lead. Let's attempt to steal. It's not a high chance, but let's see what happens. I want to try and get that runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And he is going to go, so let's see if we can get a little lucky here and get on. It's a little under 50%, but he does make it. So Roy White gets in the scoring position for Thurman here. Oh, and there's a possible throwing error. But no throwing error. So wouldn't have made too much difference anyway with 2 outs. But White will be on second. Thurman with a chance. He was a clutch hitter in his day. And he's got a clutch opportunity here to tie the game with 2 outs and a runner on second. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen today. It's a ground out. So that's 5 innings in the books. Jays holding on to a 3-2 lead. Patterson been pitching well, so we'll see how things go. He is in his 6th inning, and that is a base hit. So Baylor's on at first. He can run a little bit, so he'll be held on. Fairly to lefty is up. And do we want to maybe go to Tidrow here? Got 5 out of Patterson. I think I'm going to go to Tidrow, and I think I'm going to be happy with 5 innings out of Patterson. Tidrow's going to come in. Runner on first, nobody out. Fairly up. Tidrow's going to try and keep this game where it is. And that's a ground ball to Willie. And there's a runner on second, one out. The runner does move up. Doug Alt we're going to pitch to. There just aren't a lot of guys in this lineup that you really fear. Look at this, runner unable to get a good lead. He was going to try and steal third. But we're going to pitch to Alt and try and get him out. And looks like we do. There's a grounder to Bucky. And we have 2 outs now. Runner still at second for Otto Velez. Quickly look at the lineup. We got Velez and then Woods. But Velez is hitting 045. We're going to go ahead and try and get Velez out with 2 out. Righty, 6-6. So up there's a base hit. So let's see if the run tries to score. He probably will. Yeah, he's being waved home. And we have a very small chance. We're just going to keep the runner. It's still only the 6th inning. We're going to... there's a 95% chance of him scoring. We'll hold the runner at first. And we will try and get that run back with 4 innings left at home. It's runner on first, 2 out for Woods. Woods is actually hitting 340 to start this season. And there is a force play, and that will end the inning. So 4-2. Blue Jays lead it. Strikeout of Jimmy Wynn, 1 away. Sweet Lou. Grounds the third, 2 outs. And Greg Nettles, lefty, 2 out, nobody on. And that's going to be an out. So 4-2 Jays through 6. Top 7, Tidrow stays out against McKay. And there's a ground to the second, 1 away. Ashby. And it looks like a ground out as well. Tidrow pitching well, even though that run scored. It was charged to Patterson, who put the runner on. And strikeout of Garcia. So we go bottom 7. The real surprise of this game is the Yankees' inability to hit Garvin, who still has a 7 ERA and did not come in with good numbers. But the Yankees have not been able to get to him. Yankees, in back then, did used to have trouble against lefties. Usually good lefties, but they did struggle at times against lefties. Obviously, they were a team built with a lot of left-handed hitters for the short porch. So lefties did occasionally give them trouble. Looks like Paul Blair is going to get on base, though, and he has a shot, actually, to hit a home run here. 1-11, but no, it's going to be a triple for Paul Blair. Oh, look at this. Try to advance, extra base hit. Safe chance is 85%, but with 1 out, down 2 runs, that is tricky. 85%. You know what? Let's have some fun and try it. It's 85%. Come on. Let's gonna give this a shot. How many times do you get a shot at an inside the park homer? See if Paul Blair can get it. Can Paul Blair get it? 1-17 for an inside the park homer. And he gets it, a 15, and the Yankees get a run back. Inside the park home run for Paul Blair. And that was hit to right center, too, which would be surprising. You would think maybe left center at the stadium. But it's 4-3 now, and Bucky, who homered earlier, will swing again against Garvin. And look at this. Oh, it's an end home run. Power 1-3, fly out 4-20, and it's a fly out. So, interesting. Bucky does have end power against lefties, which you wouldn't. Even against lefties, I wouldn't think Bucky would have end power. But Mickey is up. And here's another shot at homer, but he's got W power. So this is just going to be a single chance, and he does get the hit. And we're probably going to try and steal with 2 outs with Mickey, even though Garvin seems to do a good job of holding guys on. Let's see if we can get the lead. He's attempting the steal. And let's see what it's going to be. 1-8 safe, 9-20 out. And we don't buck the odds this time. He gets thrown out for the third out of the inning. But Paul Blair's inside the park homer has made it 4-3 at the end of 7. So, and there's the 14. We had a little hiccup, but all you got to do is reset the browser, and it usually catches up. And the runner is out. So here we are, 4-3, end of 7. And we go to the top of the 8th. And Dick Tidrow is in for Jim Mason. And that looks like a ground out, one away. It's been a good game. 1 second, I'm just going to kill the sound. And Bob Baylor will bat against Tidrow. And that looks like a chance at a hit. 1-19. That's a pretty good chance, I'd say. And there it is, number 1 on the split card. So Baylor's on with 1 out. And again, Baylor can run a little bit. He's got to be stealing, so we're going to hold him. And Fairley doubles to center. And they could try and score him, probably will try and score him. He's got speed. And late in the game, we're going to try and throw out the lead runner. We really don't want to give up another run here in the 8th. There is a 20% chance. It's 80%. We could get the trailing runner, but I really don't want to give up this run this late, so we're going to give it a shot, even though it's not great odds. We got a 17-20 chance to throw him out, but we don't do it. All right, 5-3 Blue Jays, and Fairley advances. So we got 1 out runner on third for Doug Alt, and we'll bring the infield in. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit substitution. We're going to bring the infield in. Oh shit, I said infield back. Set the infield in. And we're going to try and hold the runner at third on a ground ball. This is a strikeout, so that freezes the runner. And that is Otto Velez. Runner on third, 2 out. Catcher card X. Wild pitch. Oh, everything going wrong for the Yankees here. 6-3. And that will bring up. Velez is still up. That was a wild pitch, so we got to do it again. 1-7. This is a chance at a triple. So we got a split reading 1-5 on the triple. But it's a fly out. So 6-3, bottom 8. Yankees having trouble in this game. Roy White. And that's going to be a ballpark 1-9 single. And that is a base hit, so Yankees get the leadoff runner on at least. They're going to need a lot of base runners, down 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Garvin's still out there, and Thurman's up. And this is his column base hit, looks like. And we're down 3, so we're going to hold the runner. First and second, nobody out. Not going to take any chances. Tying runners at the plate. And that is going to be in the form of... Who's batting fourth today? I don't remember the lineup. Jimmy Wynn batting fourth. And now we get Pete Vukovic. So now, with Vukovic coming in, we are going to pinch hit Reggie Jackson. Reggie coming in the pinch hit. Tying run at the plate. And he's obviously swinging away. Oh, look at this. Reggie with a very slim chance at a homer, but an excellent chance at a double, and he does double, so the Yankees coming back here in the bottom of the 8th. Now the runner on first can try to score, but again, with nobody out, we are going to hold the runners. No reason to take chances here. Second and third, nobody out. 6-4. And the tying run is at second. Sweet Lou is going to hit. I know I could put Chambliss up. I'm going to save Chambliss for later. Lou was a great hitter. Piniella walks here, and the bases are now loaded. Nobody out. Nettles, obviously, swinging now against a righty. And that is going to be a pop out, so we don't even get the run there. Bases loaded, 1 out. And Willie's up. We could pinch hit Chambliss and then put the chicken in. Or Zieber. I think we got to go for it here. I'm going to give Chambliss a swing against the righty. Big at bat in this game. Bases loaded, 1 out. Chambliss is going to be up against Vukovic. And pitches in the dirt. Is it going to be a pass ball or a wild pitch? Wild pitch. And all of a sudden, it is now 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Second and third, 1 out. And let's see if they continue to pitch to Chambliss or walk him. And they do walk him. I would have walked him too. All right, loaded bases, 1 out. And what kind of moves do we have left? We still have May and Hendricks. Reggie pinch hit for the DH, so that's not a problem. Chambliss pinch hit for Willie. We could put Zieber or Stanley in game. Blair is in right. We could play Jackson in right. He pinch hit for the DH. All right, let's give Elrod Hendricks the at-bat. Elrod Hendricks. I don't know what the fielding situation is going to be in the 9th, but we got to try and get some runs here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Hendricks the lefty against Vukovic the righty. And look at this. 1-15 home run is a chance of a granny. And there it goes. Elrod Hendricks with the pinch hit grand slam. And the Yankees come all the way back and lead it 9-6. Wow, Bucky Dent now against Vukovic, but what a pinch hit grand slam. And the Yankees have plated 6 here in the 8th. Bucky is out on a grounder. Mickey up, Vukovic getting creamed here. And that's going to end the inning, but now we go to the 9th, and we're going to see Sparky Lyle's going to come in. This is a 3-run game, so it is a safe situation. We also have to fix our situation here. Okay, so Jackson came in the DH. I think we're going to lose. Are we going to lose the DH? Can we? We can't. They're not even letting me change it. How are we going to do this? We need Chambliss. We're going to bring in Zieber to play second. And we need a right fielder, which would be Reggie. How are they gonna let me change this? That's a good question. They're not letting me change his position. So that is a problem, because I have no right fielder. This is a real problem. Hendricks. Yeah, I'm not sure how you do it. And well, you know what? We're going to have to put Carlos May, because I'm not sure how you change it if I wanted to lose the DH and put Reggie in right or something. But you know what? We'll just put Carlos May in right and pray they don't hit it to him. It's probably a way, but I don't want to waste time now. Let's just get into the game. Now I got to put Lyle in. And Sparky's going to come in. It's still a safe situation with a 3-run lead. And it's going to be Gary Woods. Nope, we're getting a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter for Gary Woods is going to be Al Woods. So we got one Woods for another. And that's going to be a base hit. So the Blue Jays are not going to go down quietly. Gonna hold the runner, Dave McKay up. Oh, maybe we should guard the lines. 5-4 is a grounded a third. Oh, and a double play, so that takes care of that. 2 out, nobody on. 3-run lead. We'll just go ahead and pitch to Ashby. And nope, it's going to be another pinch hitter. Steve, was it Bowling or Bowling? I don't even remember this guy. Honestly, I don't remember this guy. 1-7 strikeout. So that's going to end it. And the Yankees come back with 6 in the bottom of the 8th inning and win this game 9-6. It was a grand slam, a pinch hit grand slam by Elrod Hendricks. Just got to keep hitting retry until the box score generates. And there it is. Reggie had the pinch hit double. Elrod Hendricks with a pinch hit grand slam. And the Yankees down 3-zip, and then 4-2, and then 6-4, or 6-3 they were down, and they come all the way back with 6 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Blair hit the inside the Parker. Hendricks had the granny. And Patterson, after giving up those 3, settled down, pitched a pretty good game. Tidrow gets the win in relief, and Sparky does get his 7th save. Vukovic takes the loss as he got hammered for 4 earned runs in an inning of work. And the Yankees with a big win. And they now go to 8-2. And let's advance these games. Let's see who beats who here. We have the White Sox and the Angels. And let's see who wins this game. It's the White Sox beating Angels 3-2. We have Cleveland and Baltimore. And Cleveland helps out the Yankees by beating Baltimore 11-2. Baltimore more of a rival for the Yankees than Cleveland. We got Detroit and Boston. And Boston all over Detroit. 16 runs scored for Boston. So they stay in first place. We got KC, Minnesota. Minnesota beating KC. So KC's off to a little bit of a slow start. Obviously, KC actually won the division that year. We got St. Louis beating the Mets 4-2. Now we got San Diego, Atlanta, and it's Atlanta winning 3-1 over San Diego. We got San Fran and Houston. Back when Houston was in the National League. And the Astros win at 12-5. Now we got Seattle and Texas. Texas beating the upstart Seattle Mariners, just in the league, along with the Blue Jays. Now we got the Dodgers and the Reds edge out the Dodgers 4-3. Milwaukee and Oakland, back when Milwaukee was in the American League, and Oakland beats Milwaukee 8-3. Now we got the Mets and the Cards playing again. Cards won before, but the Mets win it this time, scoring 11. And we have Pittsburgh and Montreal. Pirates had a pretty good team that year, and they beat Montreal 9-7. And now we'll take a look. Yeah, you see Boston's still up a half a game on the Yanks, but the Orioles did take a loss to Cleveland. So that gives the Yanks a little breathing room there. We have the White Sox still ahead of Minnesota's off to a 9-3 start. You see the Royals at 5-5, struggling a bit early. And the Mets 6-6. St. Louis, that's just a very 500 kind of a division right now with Philly leading it. And San Diego is got a nice lead over LA. Looks like a game and a half over LA. And Cincinnati is trying to hang in there with Atlanta and Houston, but obviously it's very early. Yankees are going to have at least one more with Toronto. And obviously they have to try and beat up on teams like the Blue Jays because they're going to have to play Boston and Baltimore. And those games are going to be really good. They haven't played those teams yet this year. So that's it. That was a game in the 77 season for the Yankees. A really good game with Elrod Hendricks being the hero with a grand slam, pinch hitting. And the Yankees win it 9-6. Definitely recommend Baseball Max by Strat. It's cool. You get to play any season you want. Stats kept. You can play exhibition. You can play current games for the season. It's just really cool. And I recommend it. All right. Thanks for watching.